Hey guys!
It's working.
Yeah, everything is working.
I know, right?
On the first try. This is a first for us. We are very proud. So, welcome back for the third episode of Stories of Conquest. Just a very quick recap. After accepting the escort of 200 armed men for some reason from their patroness's enemy.
It's called politics.
Sure. They immediately regretted this decision, but didn't have the opportunity to do it so far. Now they're in Pravia, and after some elegant ninjaing on the rooftops of Pravia by the barbarian of the group, because that's who you'd expect to be the most stealthy, they have prepared an escape plan which involves boats, possibly swimming, hopefully not, and that's about it. The plan is to escape to pretend that they're going up the Petrepes, but instead they will take a boat and row south.
Possibly swimming.
Possibly swimming.
Have I told you how my plate mail is incredibly buoyant?
This will go well.
Well, you're on a boat. If something goes wrong, swimming's on the table. Like...
Not really.
Drowning is also on the table. Very much so, apparently. But, yeah. Anyway, so... You have made your arrangements. Let's jump right into it. You have made... No, maybe Leo, Stavros, Maria, Konstantinos. Now we're good, I think.
Yes, that's true.
You have made your arrangements with Jan, the fisherman, who has a big enough barge for all of
and
you.
he's in about for a surprise. Because my discussion with him is like, I have this friend, she's all about seeing rocks and whatever. I mean, he was very convinced with the way Matilda was acting. And she's like, yeah, we need to go gather samples in the middle of the night, because that's, of course, what every good spelunker does. And then two other guys are going to show up, because armed escort is usually what you need when you do that. And then halfway through the river, he's going to...
We're going to be pirates! Ninja pirate! Ah, barbarian ninja pirate. Beat that.
Oh, no.
I'm excited.
We've created a monster. So...
I need a parrot.
And we have...
But it's going to be a black parrot.
You could possibly
An angry black parrot.
You could possibly find a parrot if you ever reach Sieva.
Oh.
It is a very big market there. Very colorful. A parrot would fit. Parrot would fit.
I have to develop... Oh, I have animal empathy. This is brilliant. It's coming together. We may continue.
Alright. So, you are, as per custom, you are in your hotel room or huddled up, making final preparations. I assume you have one flashbang that only does a bang. Doesn't do a flash.
I'm very disappointed in the development of this weapon.
Yes, we blame you, Maria.
Maria, I hope that in the future we can create more potent firearms.
They just don't give me enough intelligence and knowledge on this stuff.
We're going to figure it out, Maria, don't worry. Together.
I know.
To be fair, you do realize that if it were easy, more people will do it, and this would kind of define warfare in your age. So you're very happy with the results. This is something very good.
Warfare, flashbang.
No, but in general, things
everybody
that explode,
like blind.
things that explode effectively would kind of define warfare.
Yes, if there weren't a group trying to, make sure technology doesn't advance. A very scary, very effective group. Beat it.
There we go. So, what's Tris actually asks you? Not skulking. So what's the plan?
Well, the detailed plan so far is to escape 200 men that I have no idea why we ever got involved with.
You said yes.
I don't recall that, not to my recollection. This is a viable defense in any situation, not to my recollection. So, and I think we should go talk to Jan.
There's literally
You
video evidence.
I do not.
Yeah, true. It's like first session that was aired.
I did not say yes to be assisted
To that noble.
Not to my recollection. You can talk to my lawyer in Germania about that.
Hermania.
About that. So, I think
You have, sorry, just to remind you, you have already spoken 2 times with Jan. He's expecting you that evening.
Yeah, so I think that we should
Go.
go.
And then he was going to distract him and make them think that we were going up the hill.
That's right. And then we would meet at Jan's place.
Yeah.
I would have to somehow not make it too suspicious the fact that two other fully armed men are going to join the boat raid that is about to collect pebbles.
I'll be idly sauntering behind you. Don't worry. Inconspicuous.
Nimbly. He's the ninja. Don't forget.
He's the Viking ninja.
No. Here we're going for the whole hiding in plain sight thing.
Oh, the Assassin's Creed take. I like it.
Yes.
It fits the new one.
He was the most inconspicuous individual ever. Like, hooded. Like, dude, we know you're there. Anyways, so we're gonna go to Jan.
Quick question, says Tristan. How are we going to leave the
Admiral, Jan.
Admiral Jan? Yeah, true. How are we going to leave the inn without them realizing and following? Or do we not mind that if they
bang,
might
bang.
follow?
Flashbangs everywhere.
No, it's a bang bang.
And it's a bang bang.
We can set fire to the building. They will never expect this as a way of...
I don't really agree with that plan. I mean,
No. Like, seriously, stop the excessive use of force.
This is someone's
He doesn't
livelihood.
need thumbs. They don't need the end.
Anyways, what we were talking about is that we last time I think we said that you would go out on a walk, taking some of them
No,
with
we've
you.
done that.
That was done.
That was done. That was for
He
you
had
to
some
go. Yeah.
And
complicated plan that will work because he's now an NPC.
There we go. Thank you.
And that will draw off the attention
It wasn't
from
really
us.
that complicated, but he knows that he's drawn some attention, and he was certain that he would be followed. That's it.
We'll let him deal the part that if we attempted to do would end up with 3 armies on our ass. Okay? And then we will just vaguely saunter towards the whatchamacallit, towards the harbor.
Yes. I agree.
But maybe like we can start with a bang bang, and in the noise and the confusion that it creates, we exit the inn, and then he very conspicuously exits in another direction.
Like prison, right?
The barge is not big enough for the horses. Just saying.
I find this a lack of preparation on Jan's part.
I'm sorry, it's fishing barge. It's not big enough for 4 horses.
I think horses are really good swimmers, aren't they? Does it work if we tie them on the
We
front?
could
And they...
seahorses. We could turn them into seahorses.
Is a seahorse a horse that is in the middle of a sea, or is it a single?
Exactly.
Or is it a different thing?
that drowns dramatically.
Comment below if you think
Horsepower pulling our barge
if you think
forward.
that the definition of
That has
seahorse
been done.
is a horse in the sea.
Yeah, of course, but they're on land, and there's actually a complicated
Xenomorph.
pulley system. That makes it.
We digress.
Yes,
And most likely
we stole the damn horses.
I agree, but
Most
if you
likely.
want more horses down the road,
We'll steal them again.
there we go. Okay,
Same
just bringing it up.
So I think we should ditch the horses.
Yep.
All right,
Consider them ditched.
that would add to your.
Maybe we do a flashbang and have the horses run in a stampede.
There are 4. It's not really a stampede.
Well, I mean, 4 horses running down a street will scare the shit out of people. No, you see, this is exactly what we don't have to do. The NPC has a foolproof plan that will work. Leave it to the NPC to do the subtle crap.
I never said it would work. I said he had a
Well-
plan.
It will work.
NPC,
roll.
If not, there will be violence. Both solutions are okay.
Thank you. So,
We should
anything else you'd like to do before?
pray that this will work.
Yeah, check that the armor is well put, that the weapons are loose.
All right.
Yep.
Let's go.
You can see the sun beginning to set, coloring the sky with beautiful red colors.
Like blood. Hint.
Hint, hint.
I just said red colors. Have you ever seen a sunset? That's what happens. I don't know why you take from that more.
Some are orangey. You could have said fiery. No, you went with red for a reason. We know this. We're on to your cunning.
I don't like your metagaming. Anyway, and slowly but steadily, this turns into a very deep and purple as the sun is now almost set.
The realm and the time of the barbarian ninja pirate is coming.
Rolf says from the corner.
Inconspicuously.
This is what hiding in plain sight is.
Where are we throwing the bang bang?
By the horses.
I think at this point, since it doesn't do a flash, and that greatly disappoints me, at the end when we celebrate our victory, we can throw it.
No, I was thinking, if we want to distract, I can throw it out the window.
Yes, out the window near the horses so that they run off.
Yes.
But
So everybody goes out.
They're in stables, they're not
Nobody's
outside.
seen
Well, we
us.
can tell them to bring out the horses because we want to inspect them.
Or you could, well,
to see that
I
they're
want
not-
stampeding horses, okay?
I understand, but if they just stay where they are, I don't think they will.
what
think
happened
that.
to let the NPC have his plan stuff?
Yeah.
We'll find more
Stampeding
horses.
horses, functional plan.
With you,
They
go
have
for it.
they have 20 scouts per 100 people. There are going to be plenty of horses to stampede.
Okay.
They're not there. They're not allowed
I know.
100 men around with 20
Obviously, but at
horses.
some point they're going to come after us.
That is another
No,
thing.
because we're going to be that subtle.
Okay,
Because
but just in
Because most
some by
likely,
horrible
because
chance.
most
this
likely
Okay.
we're not.
Let's go.
no, but Triss actually says that's a good idea. That if we see horses, we could use to scare them off. If they find out that we're leaving and they come after us, that could help.
Okay. It's still a horse stampede. It's just a weaponized one then.
What do you have against horses?
No,
It's allies.
yeah, they're allies. You turn them from like beasts of burden into like fleshy battering rams. No horses were harmed. No animals were harmed in the making of this video. In fact, horses have harmed me.
In the making of this video.
No, not in the making of this video.
Wait.
Wait, what?
So, back to track. What do you do?
Go to
I follow him.
Go to Admiral Jan.
All right. So Triss leaves, trying to draw some attention from you, and he says, "I'd suggest follow about a couple of moments after. Just give me some time to draw them away." And actually, very soon after, you hear an argument between him and one of the obvious spies that casually sit by a corner.
Okay, that's our cue. Let's go.
Slowly and steadily, I leave the room, leave the hotel, and inconspicuously,
With your plate mail?
with my plate mail,
Yeah.
silently and with purpose, head towards Admiral Jan.
Alright. If you remember, Admiral Jan is a little outside the city.
That's why I tried to get there a little faster. Power walking.
The gates have not been closed. They don't really close. It's a huge city. It's a very fortified city. They don't consider a danger big unless it can bring like battering rams in general. So you make your exit toward the city. You pass the gates with no surprises. You can be sure if you're followed or not, though. Unless
That's fine.
Unless you roll for it. That's what I mean.
I mean, I have
It's generally a wits
I have 3
Yeah.
on Streetwise. Isn't
Cool.
it?
Yeah, but I'd like wits and investigation, actually.
Oh, hold on. So that
Which
changes it.
is
Can I roll?
That's
Yeah,
even
of
less.
course.
3.
How much is mine?
You have 2 plus 1, 3 dice.
I am absolutely convinced
Oh.
nobody's following us.
I have
Excellent.
3 and 3 because investigation is 3.
All right.
Whoop. I'm absolutely sure
You have
that I
one
have
success.
no idea.
No, you
whether-
have 1 success.
And there was a
That's it.
9 up there.
I had one success.
was?
Oh, true. Yeah, there was 9. Sure, I didn't see it.
Oh, true. All right. You have 1 success too, Maria. Excellent. You are quite confident that you are not being followed, especially you.
I'm certain we're not.
That either means that I passed it or that I terribly failed it. Or failed it terribly. I don't know which one.
Look, the more successes, the more sure you are of your...
Unless you botched.
Unless they rolled higher in their attempt to hide.
Anyways, they're gonna be surprised and discouraged by our heroic exit. So nevertheless, Admiral Jan, here we come.
Again, you walk the few tens of meters that are, well, a bit more, about 150, say, that are from the gates to the small fishing port, where you actually see kind of a guy with a lantern left on a barrel next to him, waiting and looking around. He kind of spots you. It's a little bright night, so it's not like complete darkness. And he waves very enthusiastically with the money that is coming his way, or so he thinks.
No, he will get. That's the ironic part. I will pay him because he said that he will not be able to fish the next day. So yeah, no, that I'll cover. But the funny part is that he has no idea of how long we're gonna have him for.
We're talking months of traveling back on foot because it's not really easy to come back with the barge. But that's his problem, I guess.
His one fishing day is gonna be paid out.
Anyway, he greets you like, you see he's looking at you both fully armed and everything. You immediately see that he becomes a little nervous.
I am disarmingly charming.
Are you now?
He said out loud.
I will disarm him. I will remove his arm if he doesn't like
there
me.
We go. There we go.
He said out loud, I am disarmingly charming.
Obey me.
Obey my wishes.
And as you go towards there, and you see that he becomes a little squeamish seeing both of you, and you too with like blade mail and everything, the other guy with like axes.
I'm still here. What about me?
You are not. You are the least intimidating. You're the one he expected.
Out of all this, you're the only one that is going according to plan.
Yeah, to what he expected. But he suddenly, you see that he kind of buttons up, seeing that maybe that kind of noble woman he had met before, or he thought it wasn't noble, is more important that he first realized, seeing that he has two guards. But you see, he's a little squeamish, a little nervous.
I inspect the ship.
I would like to approach him and say, greet him, Loyan. Don't be alarmed by. I understand that it seems very peculiar to you. We have another one coming. You understand that this Mathilde, not only is she noble, but she's also an exquisite scientist. And we are all hired to protect her, and we have to accompany her. You understand it's just our job, nothing out of the...
He gulps a little as you speak, seeing that you are going towards the barge, ignoring this whole conversation. And yes, of course, whatever you like, sir.
Is this it?
That is it, yes.
That's perfect.
I get on board and pretend to rummage around knowing about seamanship because I'm a Nord, except... don't know shit.
Well, it is pretty much like a barge. It's a flat boat with a very small cabin at the middle of it. By cabin, I mean there's like a box, pretty much, with passages on the left and right, so you can pass from the aft and something.
Fore and aft.
Yeah, fore and aft. Anyway. And
I make sure to give him the money.
I'm an islander, by the way. This is a little...
I've made sure to give him the money that we agreed, and I throw in a little bit of extra for his...
Oh, if only he knew.
For how willing he was to help.
At the front of the boat, you see pretty much like a pile of sacks and nets.
Excellent.
Otherwise, there's not really something to inspect unless there's like a hidden compartment or that goes into the hull of the boat. You don't see anything. You give it.
I stomp around. I poke in the thing.
Well, it all sounds kind of hollow. The whole idea is that it's not solid, so it can float. But
wait, what?
And looking inside the small cabin, you see pretty much like provisions, but very small stuff. Like you see a jar with.
One of us had thought about provisions, so I assumed that we'd carry some stuff.
I assume too that you got.
No, we had.
I remember you getting, but while this is going on, all of a sudden you hear like voices from the city, screams and yells, "Stop him!" As you hear a galloping horse going into the night.
We might have to start getting going. We're gonna wait for a friend of ours. And we're ready to go.
Yes, maybe
So-
we should start untying the.
Yes, no, I think that's a good idea. Those rocks are exceptionally glittering and nice
Yes.
during this particular time. And
Another 3 horses follow the first one.
yeah,
that-
nice and test case.
But that you see that are actually there's some wobbly figures on them, going like, bloom, 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 following the first horse.
Mathilde, where's the flashbang?
They don't seem to come towards the boat. They seem to go towards that floating bridge that leads to the passage up.
Okay.
Never mind about the flashbang.
It was part of the
Oh,
plan.
it's decoys. He's tied decoys onto. That's why they're wobbling.
Well, the first one looks very much like a rider
Yeah,
from
like
where
a
you're
rider.
standing, but
The back ones are
running
decoys.
for his life as there are screams and yells from the guards. And
Okay, he'll do something clever, lose them, and then come back, come and meet us. So we should start going and stay close to the social. You can do a heroic leap.
As I hear
On the other side.
as I hear this noise and we go towards and I ask him, is this always this active and loud in the night?
why are you trying to convince him? It's not like he can do anything to stop you right now.
Because I'd like him to be as
A friend.
a friend
For as long as possible.
for as long as possible. With this poor man.
Mathilde, anything
Yes.
you want to do specific?
Me right now,
In
there's
general.
water,
Yeah.
and I just want to make sure we'll float.
All right.
Yes, that's all. I'm cool. I'm not nervous at all.
Oh,
Good to
but
know.
I've never.
good to know, because it's going to get
Cool as a cucumber.
Yes, as cool as a cucumber that does not like the sea. So not a sea cucumber. Sorry, can we cut that out?
Comments below. Is a cucumber in the sea a sea cucumber, or is it a different thing? Explore marine biology.
Because cucumbers float. They have nothing to fear.
That's right.
And sea
Are you
cucumbers are
sure
underwater.
there's plenty of water in cucumbers? Why are we having this discussion?
That's why they float.
No, the idea is that... Anyway.
Not sea cucumbers. Do cucumbers float?
Very important question.
Yes.
Will be answered.
We need to test it.
So...
I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
Is the water very rough? How wide is the river?
The river is quite wide. It takes a bridge. Think about it like 40 feet wide where you are now. It opens up more further along. Yeah.
Feet?
Feet.
For the metric
Yeah,
system.
why are you doing Imperial, dude? Like seriously.
Well, fine. Because, well, RPGs, it's hard coded.
40 feet, so 1/3.
About
13
15
meters.
Yeah, about 13 meters. Or about 15, something like that.
Is it gushing with water? Is the sound? Are we going to, the minute that he unties, are we going to just go off?
No, there is a small kind of current that goes southwards, but it's not hard to navigate. That's not the problem.
He's going to be poking.
He's going to be poking, yeah. He
Oh,
has
okay.
like, well, kind of. In the beginning, yes, but he did explain to you at least, and I presume you passed it along, that the river in its center can get quite deep at times. So you need navigators to actually know where they can navigate better.
This is why
Okay, so
I'm
we can't throw him overboard. Check.
I wasn't going to be honest with you.
No, because it was an option, and it's a nice thing to do. Like on the
To
second
throw him
day,
overboard.
yes, you give him a bunch of coins and you throw him overboard. Not enough.
So
to make
he's
him head up.
heavy enough.
Not enough to make him drown, but enough that he can swim to the shore and not have to
We
travel
can
back
just
3
spare
months
the poor man
to
and
come
kill
back
him
to
on the
his
board.
wife sleeping with his neighbor and his daughter having disinherited him or something.
I think we do mercy if we just kill him.
Okay, we're tearing up a family here.
We don't need the entire. The moment I'll be killing him is like, trust me, mate. Your wife is cheating on you.
See next on Days of Our Conquest.
The last thing your wife was cheating on you, and you're like,
We decided that this is happening.
so your life isn't worth it anyway. Don't worry about it. You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything.
Every single RPG I've ever played. Every single one.
Unreal, yeah.
Anyway, back to track. And you see that very nervously at your suggestion, he starts untying the whole thing. And he looks around towards the riding horses.
Yeah, don't be nervous. There are worse things happening.
Very soon. As you hear now that the horses have reached kind of the... And you can see that it's very unsteady. One of the horses almost kind of slips. Actually, let's see how Trist is doing with this riding.
Tie the boat as fast as you tied the knot with your wife.
Jesus, man. Why?
Tangent, cliff, Leandro velocity.
3 with horses, I think. Yeah. Okay. He's hanging in there. You see that the horse almost kind of slips at some point as the floating bridge moves, but you see that he manages to control both the horse and his almost fall. But he's hanging in there and still riding. Not very effective plan for one of the dummies who just... And you see that it starts floating towards you slowly.
Okay.
You've already lost one man.
Is Trist coming, or is this the...
No,
He'll join. We'll go to the other side of the river and go, and then he's got enough brains to figure it out. And if not, it's fine. We can live without him. He's an NPC.
There we go.
We need Batman.
Huh?
We need
We need the Batman.
we need the fantasy Batman.
The medieval
yeah.
Batman.
The fantasy Batman. Okay, so yeah.
We'll find him looming over us,
That's right.
displaying that
So-
strange NPC competence. How did you know where we were going? Silence. You interrupt my
I just
my
knew.
brooding.
my brooding.
So Jan, how about we
Yes, of course.
There you
And
go.
you see that he pushes with his kind of huge oar thing. And slowly the boat goes towards the middle. And he starts.
by the way, Jan, we're gonna
You
pick
see
up our
that his
friend.
hands are shaking a little.
No.
No! Bad, Leo.
Should I give him a hug? Jan, don't worry about it. You can cry on my plate now.
I sit on the pile of nets and find something to eat and stare at him.
Wait.
Hmm?
As you see that the moment you kind of sit, it feels a little wobbly underneath you. And you feel someone shoving from underneath.
I punch him.
Well,
Can we?
you see 2 people actually that come out, kind of short-figured, both of them. They jump up, kind of shoving you, or at least one is sleeping on the side, while the other tries to shove you off him.
as you sitting.
We'll see how.
Jan,
how
why are
successful-
there midgets in your boat? Why are there surprise midgets in your boat?
Oh no! So not PC this. No. They're not small people. They are
Regular size people.
a
Pushing
little
out.
short. That's it. You may even recognize one of the scouts from the 200 that we're following.
Not after I'm done with him.
But we'll see. But
Let's-
for starters, let's see if he can shove you off. The other one is sleeping on the side.
I would suggest that you try to hold them down there, and as this is going on, I kind of like hold Jan like around. I put my arm around him like, and I say, Jan, I don't think there's someone in there that you wouldn't tell me about, isn't it?
Remember, we need him to navigate.
I'm not gonna kill him.
Do you try to fight back as he shoves you?
Yeah, of course.
Not I mean fight back because
No, you don't understand. Like it's an immediate
You try
resort.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah, do that and then turn and then punch.
All right. Roll a pure strength for starters to see if he can lift you off.
Admiral Jan was sneaky.
No, he actually manages to kind of shove you, standing as he slips and stands ready, drawing a short sword from his belt, holding it upside down.
All ninja-ish.
Yeah.
I got this.
You see that he's wearing a very simple leather armor in dark colors, and the same as his other guy, who immediately come out and
I'm gonna
they
try
both come out.
something that has not worked in the past.
Do not shield. Do not bull rush.
You're gonna
Please
go
Not
overboard.
bull rush on a
Please
barge with like 3 people at the front.
But I think I should. No,
So please roll, all of you, dexterity and composure.
so
What?
that's 8
Where am
dice
I?
for me.
Sorry,
Where am
You are in the back of the boat, probably. With.
Now you roll like the
But
fucking
now
god. Great.
I'm rolling. Cosatine, can you tell me?
Dexterity and composure.
5 successes.
All right.
I don't have them, sorry. I don't have my stats.
Okay. I'll tell you, Maria.
times.
Give me a second. Dexterity, you are at 2, and composure 5 dice.
I have 3 10s.
No, these continue exploding.
I know. Then I rolled another 2 10s, so I'm at 6 successes. And I am
Alright.
I'm at 6 successes at this point.
6 successes. That was oh
I have 5.
3 with 2 explosions. 3. So,
Too quick for you.
Maria, how many?
I'm not a cool cucumber.
So, we are at Otto, Rolf, one guy 1, let's call him, guy 2,
Interesting.
and then Mathilde.
Yes.
From the House of One.
0 successes.
From the House of One. You hear shouting from the front of the boat, well, 4, possibly, of the boat, where you know that Rolf was going to.
We're not sailors. You can just say front of the boat.
I get it, but.
No, actually, I didn't.
I don't understand. What do you mean front?
On the starboard side or the?
And you can see like more figures than you expected.
How long is the boat? Like, is it long enough? Can I rush to attack?
Not really, because there's also the kind of cabin in the middle, and you have to kind of step from the sides. You can't really rush, but you can go as fast as you can.
Okay, then I'll say to Jan, we're gonna have a little talk later, and then I take out my shield and my sword and I rush to the front.
All right.
Preparing like to receive whatever it's gonna in a defensive posture.
All right. So your goal is to safely arrive there.
Yeah.
All right. You see that one of the guys is waiting and looking towards your side. The one that slipped from the side is trying to block your way as you come, through the cabin. But we'll get to that later. Rolf, you have the one guy that slipped next to you and draws the sword like this, looking at you. All.
Yeah, I have a
He's trying to out ninja you.
Yes, I have a very cunning plan.
All right.
If anyone,
I'm going to swing with my bow really hard and push him off the boat.
with what?
With the bow, with the stave.
The boat. You have a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full of surprises.
No, he's like.
I've been carrying it everywhere, man.
You've never used it though. That's
No.
why.
It's a versatile thing. It's remarkably, it's banded in iron, remarkably heavy. Works well.
Well, you're essentially trying to kind of not grapple, but manhandle
I
him.
wonder.
With
with a
I
bow.
wonder-
So I'm going to go all out attack, and I'm going to burn a will.
What kind of
Ooh,
Nords?
okay.
I wonder what kind of Nords have this type of bow. Is this a stalker bow?
Yeah, possibly.
He will try to
3
avoid
and
this.
2 and
obviously.
4 and melee, right?
For this, I'd like rolling actually.
Brawling.
It's more
same
of a
thing.
Roll. Roll.
Oh, what's his defense? I have to remove it from mine.
He has a 4 actually.
4 defense.
Yep.
Son of a.
It's only 2 guys, man.
Huh?
It's only 2 guys. They had to be a little defensive.
I get 2 successes.
Okay. He will try. What? Remind me. What happens if he tries to avoid it?
Then I have to remove another 2 dice.
Okay.
So you want me to roll again with -2?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
So
this
do it like
minus
that.
6 dice.
Yeah.
And this way it's easier. You're not doing opposed rolls all
True,
the time.
true.
This, that, and the other. 10. Yay!
Yay! Explode.
2 successes.
All right. With 2 successes, you kind of shove him about You don't have to shove him a lot. There's less than 5 feet. See. Again.
He's doing the feet thing.
It's RPGs. It's always feet. And you see him trying to grab from you, which I will see because it's his turn actually.
And
I will see if he manages to grab from you. He won't be able to pull, but he might not fall.
And you put your hand
in the
out like
water.
this with psych.
And it's just it's not. Well, it's dexterity and then strength. So
And what would I oppose with?
for the dexterity, nothing. For the strength, we will check.
You
if
can
he
just
will-
say he removes either my strength or dexterity from his pool, you see?
Yeah, but you went all out attack. You can really very much react to his dexterity. With the strength,
I
it's going to
see,
be
okay.
a different thing. he's got already 2 successes. So that's, 2 successes. So he manages to grab, but he's like kind of like this on the edge of the barge. And he's going to try to pull himself up, but...
And I'm going to try to punch him down.
There we go. But that's when we reach back to you.
Yes.
So Guy 1. Guy 2, sorry. As he sees you, you see that he draws kind of a very narrow and long knife, let's say, and a sword from the other hand. And he immediately looks to be aiming for places where your plate mail is more open. While you can't really use your dexterity.
Look who read the combat rule.
I came out in a defensive stance though. That's...
You haven't come out yet. You are there. I told you he's blocking. It's not a huge barge. It's not like you had.
Yeah, on my way there,
You're
I was
trying,
on a defensive.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a narrow pass, I'm pretty much covering the whole thing with a shield.
Oh, so you don't want any hands there. That's interesting. I thought
What do
you
you
were
mean?
trying to go safe. It's a narrow passage where you go left and right.
No, I
from
was
the
like
cabin.
going like this.
You can't really do that. I told you, man. You can't really rush forward. There's a narrow passage from the cabin.
So you have to go...
So you have to go kind of sideways. Yeah, especially with a plate mail.
Or you can just try charging through the little house.
Wait, that was an option?
Well,
The Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. Let's go through.
This is why I like playing high-strength characters. So many more options than people realize.
Oh yeah.
it's not the most sturdy thing, but in any way,
That's fine.
he
I don't
is-
want another fail with this shield.
he is. What's your defense? But
My
don't.
defense is 6.
Yeah, but don't count your dexterity because
4
let me
plus
check,
2.
so- Yeah, but you take
Okay.
-2, so it's
So
minus
it'll be
1.
defense. Yeah.
Why -1?
Yeah, because
He's
2.
going to bypass your armor with
Yeah.
the stiletto,
Okay.
and he's going to.
My shield doesn't count.
What?
No,
No,
because
no,
it's not in
right
place.
Now. Not right
So
now.
you're-
So you're 4 minus 1, 3. So he's going to roll with -3. That's
Okay.
it.
Ah, that's what you mean. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
she was gonna roll with -1.
No, with like a +1 in the end because you're no.
And you see that he would, but at the last moment you kind of bring down your very plated
Of course I do.
forearm and you hear a ching.
And I break it.
No, it deflects the stiletto, and he doesn't use because he was trying to be very precise with his move. You see that he doesn't really even try to bring out a second attack with the sword against your plate mail. You see him just stepping back so that he's more safe and kind of gets cover on the side, hearing what's happening there. He kind of takes in the middle. He goes in the middle of the boat, trying to have his back against the small cabin. But the coast is now clear for you to come out. Mathilde.
I'm close to Jan. I'm keeping an eye on Jan.
Okay.
Yes.
You can shoot arrows.
You
through the
see
cabin.
that Jan is paddling with like shaky hands, going like,
Admiral.
I'm sorry. They threatened
Ah,
me.
you will be. Sorry.
He says,
Do I have a small knife? Can I put it to his neck?
"Whoa, this
Whoa.
escalated quickly."
I'm telling you.
No, I'm very scared. I'm not cool. I don't have composure
Oh,
right now.
so the cool cucumber thing is gone, eh?
No.
Oh, yes, it's all gone because cool cucumber.
Don't
was
float.
cool.
No, that's it. Next time we're testing where the cucumbers float.
Yep.
Yes, no, I'm keeping an eye on Jan. I'm very upset. This completely caught me unawares.
Do you draw the knife? You do have a knife, like you kind
I
of.
do have a knife, and I pointed at him.
It's probably like a letter.
Yeah, it's like something like that.
See, at a distance. The thing is, I'm very nervous because we're in very close quarters, and whenever we had any kind of brawl or something, Mathilde is always in the back, on something, aiming. This time, I'm too close, and I can't go anywhere.
So we should be glad
that's
she's
why
not
I
holding
lose
a
my
gun.
coolness.
It'll be one of those.
Let us just try to not accidentally stab the man.
You see that he's like, please don't hurt me, and you kind of feel that from his reaction that with a knife he's very much considering just jumping off board.
Yeah, no, I'm not moving. Yeah. He's very scared. Okay.
And you also hear more horses galloping.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to hold on to him to not let him jump.
Okay.
I would suggest keep the bow out. So if he jumps, you shoot him.
So can I call out? I'm calling out to Otto and saying, "What do I do with him? What do I do?"
Well,
No. Your turn. Thank
Oh.
you, Mathilde. Roll.
I have no action. I roll nothing.
Well, you
because
said you
You're
declared no
covering
action.
him. You're covering him. That's your action.
That
If he
is-
tries to do something, you can preempt
Yeah,
him.
there we go.
Okay.
If he tries to jump, I'll tell you. You see that he's trying to jump, but you can react to that because you're prepared for it.
Okay.
Rolf, face punching.
No, sorry, it's Otto first. He
No.
had a 6. True.
Yes, that's true.
Oh. I understand that I don't have my sword out.
No, but you can draw it.
Is it a free action? Can I draw an attack?
You can draw an attack. You won't be able to draw the shield. The shield is a different thing.
But the shield is already out.
It's not out.
Why is it not out?
Because you had to pass like this. I
I
told
did
you.
it with one. Okay, no, I didn't. Okay.
Do you really want to fall with that plate mail in the water?
No,
Oh, there we go.
that would be interesting though. Or I would die. So I will draw my sword. And can I defensive? No.
Yeah, you can. You can prepare yourself. What's he
Yeah.
gonna do? Like defense 6?
No, no.
Spit at you?
He has a stiletto there. It's pointy.
Needles are pointy too.
You know what? Anyways, I will attack.
Otto's greatest fear: seamstresses.
Yes.
This is why I wear. This is why I wear plate. You do it with a hammer, not with a needle. So I will defensively combat my opponent with my sword.
You
Like,
remove 2 dice.
Yeah.
And his defense, so you'll be rolling like 1 or 2 dice.
okay, I will full out attack. I don't care anymore. Rolling dice. Rolling dice.
I love that you're trying to be strategic. Just smack, man. It always works.
Attack.
Well, not really.
So 4 weaponry.
Add your strength.
My strength is 3. So 7. And what is his defense? 4.
His defense is 4. So your total attack minus the 4.
What?
Yeah.
So just 3 strength.
Yeah, but it goes straight through.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
all damage.
This is all. Whatever
and
is
when
a
they're
success.
extras or
Yeah.
not heroes, they only have a couple of points of health.
Okay. So 1 success.
Excellent. That is to guy 2.
I don't consider this excellent.
Rolf.
Face punchy.
Face punch, or you just try to take off his hand? Because if he can take a punch, he won't let go.
Do you have a knife with you? Just
That's
droid.
the thing. But if you want to just shove him in the water, you
Can I shove him in the water by face punching?
that will depend on how many successes you roll for me.
I will try to shove him in the water by face punching.
There we go, and roll very well.
Face punching is a great motivator for jumping.
I assume he doesn't have defense because he's so precariously balanced.
No, but it's essentially a strength plus brawl, opposed roll. I will do, but it's fine. He's not that good.
Well, no, never mind. With absolutely no successes.
Really?
Yep, 7, 7, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4, 6.
Counter punch.
No. But that was disappointing. It was a really good move. Just
He blocked.
Yeah.
but
Why did he manage? He's
well,
precariously
now
there
it's
at the end.
his turn, so he's gonna try to pull up.
Well, I'm going to oppose him.
But now it's going to be dexterity in brawling.
Yeah, I got good dexterity too.
Good. Let's go.
Because now
Dexterity
he's
and
gonna be
brawling, that's what
fingers
he's trying
the
to do.
eyes.
I got 1. Jesus.
No. Ooh. Wanna see?
No,
It's very
no,
interesting.
it's
Look,
fine.
it's 3 10s, 1 9, 1 8.
So he did a backflip
he kind of
behind Rolf.
he kind of ducks under your arm and does a small tumble as he comes back up and looks at you like that. Very satisfied smile on his face.
Wait, can the bard have gone over a rock and him fall? Can the context of the story help us?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Yes, that's if the storyteller's being nice, but the storyteller isn't being nice.
He's being horrible. That's
Yes.
what I was trying to say. Oh,
Actually, we've been rolling horrible.
Well, yeah.
No,
honestly,
actually, yeah, I honestly thought this was a done deal, but apparently
I can't roll 1 success and 7 dice.
the dice gods disagree because he didn't actually roll any successes on his thing, but that's why it was a stalemate.
So guy 1 did his thing.
Guy one did his thing, and he draws like his stiletto now, and goes like properly.
Like ninja style.
Why are all like Naruto like kind of style adversaries?
and they only run like this.
And they do that.
And then you see people on the sides like running like this.
And it's funny.
This is all
Anime
Japanese cartoons.
It's
Anime
the next
line.
thing we're gonna train you.
Anime lines. Like,
Sorry, the word stiletto really puts me off. I think of you with a high.
What?
Very dangerous. Have you ever been hit by one? Very dangerous. That was guy one. Guy two looks at you with menace in his eyes.
did I injure him at all?
Yeah, you did. 1 point of damage.
How you like that? Okay.
I will explain the whole scene. He only has like 2 now with your shield to attack you, so that's not going well.
And if he fails, you counterattack.
Yep. And he fails.
And I counterattack.
Yep.
With how many dice? 7.
It's your normal attack dice pool -2.
Yep.
And
My
he still gets his
normal.
defense.
And minus 6 in total.
Yeah,
I have
it's free.
7.
It's free.
It's
I
free.
know, but it's not
He
satisfying
had
enough.
2, and that's his main attack, man.
Nothing.
Nothing. You manage the moment you come off from the side thing, you immediately like pull your shield and sword and slash kind of brutally towards him. He manages to jump off at the last thing so you don't cut off his arm, but you still slash him here, and he kind of grinds his teeth and immediately tries to attack again with the stiletto, going for under your shield and under your arm somewhere here. You just bring down your shield and try again, but he ducks and you hit like the cabin behind.
Can I kick? I think it's no, it's 2.
You could, but you do more with your sword, so why?
Okay.
Mathilde.
Well, I didn't take my action. That was a counter action. I need to.
That was a counterattack, that's true. But no, it's
No, no,
Mathilde's
no.
turn.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
actually
yeah,
attacking
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's Mathilde's
Sorry.
turn. Mathilde,
Yes.
you see about 4 riders coming towards you as you've already left the small port and you're streaming down the river, with the guy looking at you shakingly and then kind of hesitantly looking towards the horses that are coming. Are these friends of yours? He asks, but he's obviously very panicked. He's just going through the motions with the paddling, trying to get some speed. Which he assumes will please you, but he's not sure. And you see a few other horses coming, and they're riding past the port and coming towards you. They're gonna be like 5-6 meters away from the actual, so they can't just jump or something. But if they have bows and they can keep up with the boat, which they will on horses, they might be trouble firing from the shore.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that the horses now step in a place where there's water. They splash on water, but it's pretty much mud there.
Maria, have you ever seen the movie with Rambo that he puts the grenade on the bow and he shoots it? Is this a possibility that the flashbang can go on the
Bang bang.
The bang bang goes on the bow?
Well, they're on the
6
side.
meters away,
They're
right
on the
there.
side of the harbor, right? And
Yeah.
we want to cross over.
You don't want to cross over. You want to keep going.
I
That's the
want to
thing.
keep on
You
going.
want to keep going. The goal is to go south.
And I have these 2 guys being entertained by the other 2 gentlemen.
Yes, exactly.
So I have to
Perfectly.
make a decision.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god!
The pressure.
Do we know where Trist is?
You don't. You are very otherwise occupied. You're being entertained by 2
No,
gentlemen.
I think
As Mathilde put it.
I am fighting. I don't know what the gentlemen are doing.
Entertaining you.
so. Can I grab my bow?
Yeah, you can.
Because I see that Jan is not really a threat.
He's gonna turn out to be like a shape-shifting, polymorphing demon.
No.
Ah, it fell into my trap. Ah.
No.
Do we have demons?
that being kidnapped was his release.
Do we?
I don't know.
If you speak his true name, Jan, he's going to disintegrate.
In front of a mirror 3 times. Jan, Jan, Jan.
The thing is, Mathilde feels more comfortable with her bow and arrow than with her knife.
Okay, how about you roll dice better than me and Leandro have been rolling?
Well, let's give it a shot. It hasn't been great until now, so we'll give it another shot.
Can we make it so that every time she misses, like a random person gets hit?
Yeah. Or the horse stumbles in the mud and they fall in the face.
Maria, if it's one in a million chance...
Wait. Let her complete her thought. She might be on.
So there's a lot of mud. I'm going to wait until they get to the mud because the horse will slow down, and then I'm going to take out my bow and arrow and get rid of them that way. Because if there's mud, the horse will not be able to go that fast. But I have to keep my cool.
So wait, who are you going to shoot, the rider or the horse?
No, not the horse, not the horse.
I knew it.
I can kill the horse. Don't ask me to do that. Do I have to kill the horse? Is it better to kill
You don't have to do anything.
You want to shoot towards there. Now, who you're going to hit, it's a different...
Flashbang. Bang bang.
You could throw the bang bang. You could try to enhance their stalling with the mud. Using your other talents.
Yes,
you could fire.
It's too far away. She needs
Might
level
be.
2 distance.
Yeah, but she might do it with high enough successes.
And
It
I'm
will be
moving
easy.
at the same time. You want me to be like really good at this?
Yes, especially for the mud thing, I would require a few successes. Yeah, 1 or 2 won't cut it.
No. Skip.
No.
Bang, bang.
Bang bang.
Yeah. Bang. How many bang bangs do I have?
1.
Cheat.
Make it count. Make it count.
I'll make it count.
I already see Fish being like, what is this thing? Guaranteed.
Okay.
All of a sudden, the fishing industry changes in the 100 Kingdoms.
Jan writes a book after this. He becomes a fishmonger. He starts an empire. Fishing with dynamite.
With bang bangs.
So okay, I'll go
Don't
for
pay
the
me,
bang.
just tell me how you made that thing.
You want to do it now, or do you want for them to get a little closer? That adds the danger
Well,
that they will put a couple of shots in.
I
Admiral
want them
Jan,
to
like
get
fish in a
stuck in
barrel.
the mud area.
Okay.
Okay. Because I know they can be stalled there. In the meantime, I have to have an action, right?
You don't have to. You can just.
You can aim.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You
have
can.
to aim. Can I aim?
Yeah.
Okay, let
With
me
a bang
aim.
bang.
And the bang bang will come
You're
later.
holding the bang bang to aim it, or do you want to shoot an arrow when you're aiming?
I've been waiting 2 episodes for this. Throw it.
I'm aiming the bang bang.
Admiral Jan's
the bang
book,
bang.
like shooting fish in a barrel. How I went from hostage to
Millions.
What do I roll?
To minor nobility.
Can you
Nothing.
Aiming is nothing.
automatic.
Yeah.
Maria, can you turn to Jan and say, I am captain now? Throw the flashback.
So you are waiting for the riders to be closer in range.
Yes.
Excellent.
And slow down.
Excellent. I will come back to you
Look, at this point, I'm a little pissed with the guy.
because he doesn't die. He's just doing his job. Like
He will die, but not as fast as I'd like him. I'm gonna attack aggressively with my sword.
aggressively.
It's the same thing as a regular attack.
Go ahead.
It's that I have negative emotions about it.
Go ahead.
This will help me roll better. So it's 7 minus
Four. It's -4.
Still -4.
Yeah. Why not?
Because he's injured and distressed.
Only 1.
And
You need to do more damage for
And
that.
It's the last 3 dots that start giving minuses.
Dale, Leandre. Otto, come on. We're counting on you.
Nothing.
No.
An inconclusive sword fight.
And he counterattacks, no?
Is he that
No,
good?
does he have defensive fighting at level 3?
True. No,
Yeah,
you're
no,
right.
no.
You're right. You're right.
It's part of his sword and shield.
Excellent. Yes. That was it.
Wow. Underwhelming.
True. Roll.
4. 5, 6, 7.
-4. If you go for an attack like that, both his dexterity and armor play a part.
Can you just throw the net on him?
That actually makes sense.
The net, no. Just to understand, the net is like a pile. It's a long net that you know. It's not like a small net, like a gladiator's net. It's a huge net.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll do herding strikes with the bow.
Okay.
Trying to push him slowly towards the edge.
Okay. For every success, you will move him a step closer. Let's put it like that.
3 times.
1.
You see that you start forcing him backwards with your greatest reach because of the hands and the bow, and he kind of tries to deflect, not getting hit in the head or something else. He's being pushed, and you start making him like take a step back. He's gonna need a couple or 3 more before he's in the water.
Okay.
Assuming he doesn't duck and roll again.
I'll smash him.
What's your defense?
4.
Ooh.
Yeah, 4.
He just straight up attacks. There's 2, but 1 explodes. There's 2. Those are 2.
Ouch.
Oh, man. This is not going well.
As he pierces kind of your thigh here with stabs with a stiletto and kind of.
What is this ninja Zorro?
It's not this. It's dexterous fighting. They're not relying on
Ha-ha!
their strength. At least he's not being witty about it. Maybe he would do better if he was.
Dude, he's doing pretty fucking well.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. In the meantime, before we go to your guy, Mathilde, you see that they are close enough, and you can see one preparing a kind of ballista thing.
What?
Small, a crossbow, but bigger, with a hook and a rope that is tied around the saddle of his horse.
That's not gonna work very well for the guy.
He's gonna go flying off.
For the
He
horse,
wants to
yeah.
go onto the barge.
Like, is one horse gonna stop the entire barge going downstream?
No, but they can pull it closer to the. That's the idea. It's not to stop it. It's to.
I think we're about to see if a seahorse is just a horse in the sea.
They has plans.
This is what I think is gonna happen.
The idea again is not to stop it. He's not gonna counter the move. He's just gonna bring it
So
closer.
he's going to aim to the front and try to drag it into
It doesn't even have to be the front. Even in the back, he can just bring it in, because a moving boat needs very little to turn. It needs a lot to stop. Well, not even, because the water tries to stop it in itself, but not in the
I
stream.
think it has to be the front.
There is a stream. If there is a stream, it needs to be at least the front and the side to do it.
Yeah.
And literally, you need to counter.
Actually, it needs to be
So he would need
either
to,
in the
it would be
center.
raw strength, whereas if he turns the front, he could then use the current
That
to
is true.
help him.
But in any case, he's going towards the middle because he's not the only one. Other will bring more. But
Well, can we cut the rope?
When
it lands,
if the bang bang works,
The bang bang will work because both of
Hopefully,
you are
it
kidding
needs
me
to,
right now. I'm
because-
seeing this.
Because if the bang bang works, it means there are not going to be horses to be pulling anything. So, hopefully,
yep.
don't know where the bat line is at this point.
You will soon find out.
So
From the top of the Petrobras, jumping, superhero landing on the barge.
And open.
through the barge.
Through the barge.
Very impressed fish. Wow.
Cool. So, Maria,
yes.
this is your time to, well, not shine because it's no flash, but to be very loud.
Yes. How much do I roll? Come on.
Well, it's going to be your dexterity,
Yes.
which is not very high, I have to warn you.
Yes, but I do have magic. Come on, let me. Can we add some points with my magic?
Well, if you think of a clever way to explain what you do with your magic, I will definitely allow it.
Like
subtle. No.
What?
I would say magic.
A magic. If you know what your magic affects, if you think of a way that this could help you, manipulate anything that would help you, I will definitely allow it.
I have a thing. I don't have to throw this. I don't have to throw it in the air.
What do you mean?
what if, I'm just thinking, okay? I put it on the water and I know I see the current will draw it towards them.
It won't. It will keep it taking it alongside you, most likely.
It needs to hit something,
And that is also another thing. If it gets wet, it won't work, by the way. Unless it's on the impact, but...
Nah, Maria, just burn the will, throw the thing.
There we go.
Okay, yes, let's do it. I'm throwing it, but the winds are not listening to me, damn it. Ali.
Don't give him extra advice on ways he can make it harder.
No. It's for if you burn a will, it's 6 dice for you.
Burn a will, otherwise it's 3.
Yes.
No, it's 2.
Sempre, Adeni.
Are you sure?
Ne, luego to pull defense. Yeah, it's plus 3.
Okay, so it's 7 dice.
7. Oh, please.
I'm pretty sure it's
2 successes.
2
successes is good. It's not the magic thing. If it was the magic thing, it wouldn't be enough. But 2 successes is actually good. Roll another for the aim.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I have to re-roll?
No, just one more.
Roll 1.
2 successes!
You rolled a 10.
So, all your aiming, you kind of prepare and take a stance.
you hit someone in the head with it.
You stick your tongue out a little at the very last moment as you go, ah! And you see the bang bang in the air glittering in the moonlight for just a moment before it starts its descent. It falls immediately before the guy with a crossbow's horse. And on impact, you hear a very large crack and bam noise. Like a very close lightning, but not as loud, obviously, but very loud. And immediately the horse kind of whines and goes into 2 feet, throwing the... Well, actually, let's see. He probably will, but... Yeah.
What about the other horses, too? Stampede!
I will tell you!
We want the Stampede and the seahorses!
Throwing its rider back, and
river.
he throws the kind of the crossbow that he has along with it. The arrow with the thing also gets stuck there in the mud.
Oh, this will be awkward.
As the horse immediately starts running away towards the other direction, and you can see that this will be very bad. Because as the horse goes that way, the rope is still behind in the mud.
And it's like a tripwire for the
other horses. 4 success is a good thing. I think I want to reward it.
Yeah, 4 successes is good.
And the other horses, one kind of avoids the whole thing because it stopped from the bang. It didn't really go on its rear legs. And it just kind of stopped pushing its... you can see the ears falling flatly on the back. Super scared. While the rider tries to hold it and get it under control. The other 2 keep riding that were a little further back. And all of a sudden you see them, the riders flying in the front as both horses kind of kneel forced by the rope. And the riders flying in the front. You hear a cacophony of whines and horses whining. Yeah,
whining.
Pretty much. As you also see the first horse that started galloping kind of lose its footing and going like that from the push of the other 2 horses. And you can count that for the next minutes, those guys are out of commission pretty much.
One horse exploded.
Only for the next minutes, they're out of commission.
Well...
Out?
You didn't kill them! It wasn't a nuclear blast. It was a bang bang with loud noise. It was very effective for the 4 successes.
I got all that description to tell me that in 2 minutes.
You do realize though that each round we do is only a few seconds. 2 minutes is plenty of time to gain some distance.
Okay. Sorry guys.
And that also depends on how injured the
horses
rest
are. The whole thing is, yeah. Okay. Stab time.
It's your guy trying to hit you.
No, he already hit me with 2 damage.
True.
It's
your guy trying to... Yeah, I remember that one of those.
Guy 2.
Guy 2 has only limited chances now with the shield. And you can counterattack.
Aha!
Oh! Perfect. So, 2 points.
Does it mean that he gets any negatives.
I can't tell you that.
Okay, I will attack.
Well, they're not the most sturdy of people, but...
Once again, what does that mean?
No, wait, Mathilde.
Oh yeah, right.
You see this, you realize, panic, that during that, Jan has fallen in the water.
Oh, this will go well.
What is your
Lost our seaman.
What is your expertise with boats?
Well, better than... Well, I'll figure it out. I'm a scientist. Putting two and two together, I was looking at him rowing.
You fumble a little, not really sure what you do, but you try to mimic his moves.
Exactly.
Where you saw that he kind of actually brought it all the way down to hit the bottom and push. The problem is you'll need to stay around where he was. If you go too much in the middle...
Okay,
It will be anyone's game. What
we all
happens
know
next.
that it's probably going to happen.
No, we'll see. I will actually ask you to roll for me. Wits for this situation.
Okay.
With drive, if you have any. Yeah. Well, but I don't think she really has it. Yeah. So just a pure wits.
Wait, can't we put my intelligence in here too?
I know you'd love to, but it's not really...
taking away my high point qualities. I am very aware of this.
What if you can...
I will give you a +1 die bonus for 3 dice in total, but that's it.
What if you can manipulate the bottom
of the ocean to always be underneath of the ocean. The ocean. All of a sudden.
Yeah, so I get a 4?
You get 3. You have 2 wits, unless I'm mistaken. +1, 3.
It was a good roll there.
Yeah, I can tell.
2 successes!
You keep the boat exactly where you need it to be. Or you think. You're very confident that this is what's supposed to be happening. As you see that the riders are no longer a problem, at least for the immediate future, or in the short-term future. And we go to Otto.
Okay, this guy is annoying me at this point. I'm gonna attack. And so, question: since last time that I've burned a wits, will.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did I ever get it back?
Not yet.
You've got to act according to your vice to gain 1, or damn. Well, you should have a vice in you. Notice I am violent.
I am eager to kill the guy I'm fighting.
Oh, such a vice.
Okay.
Well, no, but the point is you're also supposed to respond to situations.
Yeah.
It's a vice. It gets you into trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to do a little bit of self-exploration there to figure that one out. Okay, so I'm going to attack the way I'm usually attacking. I won an incredible roll here. How many dice am I subtracting?
4.
Still.
Yeah. Come on, it's not my fault. Statistically, you are being bad. Roll.
Yep, same thing.
Same thing. Go.
Next.
No. Guy 1.
That's what we're doing wrong. We're not adding the weapon dice.
True. Well, in his case. In your
Mine
case.
too.
No, because it's pretty much manhandling what you're doing. Again, you're not
With
doing
a
damage.
big ass stave, so the stave gives me no advantage.
How much do I need to roll extra?
2.
And also it says damage too.
That is it.
I'm
It's
getting
fine.
used to it.
So you
Every time you hit, you deal the weapon damage plus the successes.
He seems quite tired. You see that he's bleeding in various places, and he's very susceptible to an attack from you in the next turn.
Interesting.
His reflexes have slowed down as he's bleeding from somewhere in his neck and his shoulder.
As he realized not to bring a stiletto against the full plate armor.
That wasn't the plan. He just sat on them.
The most powerful ability of a ninja is to be a ninja and nobody realizes being a ninja. Like, if I had pointed out that they were there, you would have all been you would have suspected his ninja training. Whereas now it was dumb luck, which it clearly was not.
Obviously. So, we play Rolf as well. Yeah, you didn't roll. Ah, no, you roll.
No, I roll one die. Give me one more die for the
one
for the boat.
yeah. Another food. He gets closer. He gets closer, and he has dice for you. It's your.
No.
One success, one damage. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm still good.
Okay, good. And your guy now, with one die, actually. He's only left with one.
10.
No. Counter. No, you can add
you
two.
had 3. So
You can add
3.
2.
Nothing.
It's not my fault, Leo.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. And Mathilde.
He's starting to get very worried about Otto.
He's fine. I'm the one bleeding.
Oh, it's not
Mathilde,
that I'm bleeding. It's
again.
that you guys are taking so long. I stalled 4 guys, got rid of the guy. I brought
You had a bang bang.
An explosive. I don't do it.
No, and Stavros was actually really close. He was just very. It was bad luck.
Yeah, on like 7 or 8 dice.
I was expecting one to be thrown
How
off.
many?
Yeah.
How many do I roll?
I was expecting that one would be thrown off quite fast.
So what is Mathilde?
Mathilde, roll again. 3 dice.
+4, +1. Intelligence, right?
No. 3 dice with that +1. I know you'd like to. 3 dice.
Let us not run ashore.
1 success.
Okay, that's good. We're at 3 total. You
Dude,
have
seriously, I need her die roller.
yeah, true. You have control of the boat.
I think now I'm hitting my guy with
Otto.
all of my with all of my dice. Is he? How many dice is he removing?
-1.
Okay, it's time to die. Hopefully.
Die?
He's dead. He's
One.
already with that one.
2.
And as you finally see that his reaction time is much slower, you kind of feint an attack and he lifts his pathetic stiletto on one side, then you immediately turn it with your shield to the side completely and you run him through the chest.
Some help here.
Rolf. Same thing.
Yep. Hey, it's a plan.
Finally.
Whoa, finally. 3
3.
successes. Yeah, 3 successes.
As with a very barbaric and ninja-like, of course. You see him, the guy actually kind of going upwards a little before he falls into the water and splashes. And, well, they do know how to swim, but...
Yeah, but he's out.
Yeah.
Then it was supposed to be fast. That was the whole bloody point. Oh, boy.
In any case, I think it's a beautiful place to actually cut this. With one guy bleeding, no captain on the boat, no admiral, I'm sorry, on the boat. You 3, but Mathilde having control of the boat, strolling down into the night with horses still whinnying and whining and riders cursing, one cursing like, "My arm! My shoulder is dislocated!" and stuff like that in the night.
No one knows where the Batman is.
Nobody knows. Don't worry, he's being awesomely
I think he will
effective.
glide
doing something
into-
else.
He's actually not, because I've rolled this before. He botched a lot.
No.
Yeah. It's gonna be
You will
You don't,
glide.
But you
roll things
don't
for
know
NPCs.
it. You don't know it.
roll
I
things
do.
for NPC.
No,
you
no.
just assume standard.
No, I do.
Uh,
I always do. I just don't do it here. If I can avoid it, if it's not something that happens in front of you. But otherwise, I do before.
fair enough. I must depart.
We all
To
must
an
depart.
important.
So, the escape is good.
Yes.
Next stop, who knows, because they have no captain.
This will go well.
But
Thank you very
thank
much.
you guys for watching.
And if anyone has any information about the buoyancy of cucumbers, please...
Yeah.
No, seriously, we'll do an experiment. I'll bring a cucumber next time.
Excellent.
This will go well.
Blackout cucumber. Okay.
Yes.
Still goes well.
Okay, people.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.